How much of a penalty hero is Bravo? He's coming like Caballero now, isn't he? What's going on, guys? It's JSGC here, and we're here for the Leicester Carabao Cup quarter-final review, where Man City ended up going through on penalty shootouts. Now, if you check out my preview, which I'll leave the video link at the end of this video, you'll see that I predicted 1-1 in that match, and I also predicted that Man City would hopefully go through on penalties, and it's what's happened. Everything kind of went exactly how I thought that they would. I got the team prediction a little bit wrong, but I predicted that there'll be mass changes, be a lethargic match, finish 1-1, go to penalties, Man City go through. So I got that right, so I'm dead happy about that. But let's get on with this review. So let's start with the match first of all, before I get round to the talking points. Man City in the first 15 to 20 minutes were very expressive. Leicester sat back, they were open. It was a good match, good open football. Man City were having 90% possession at one stage, and it was fluid. It was a good game for Man City in particular, and then kind of from there, Leicester managed to grow into the game, then stopped sitting back and kind of came forward and gave Man City, well, kind of got into the face, ended up growing into the game. Man City ended up finishing the game with 60% possession, with an 83% pass completion rate, having around 700 plus passes, which is okay. It's not as good for the stats wise as the last game that we had in the Premier League, but it's not too bad, particularly with a weakened side out. It's a step in the right direction. A lot of youngsters out, so they're playing the right way, or should I say playing how Guardiola wants them to play, so the right way according to him. And in terms of the game, Phil Foden put some good balls in. Gundogan looked lively. Bernardo Silva looked dangerous, particularly in the first half. Basically, things were going perfectly fine in the first half. 26 minutes in, Gundogan led a counter-attack after Leicester decided to come out and play. Bernardo Silva found some space. Jesus ran across the defence, meaning their two defenders ended up hesitating, following him. Less space for Bernardo Silva. Waited for Hamer to open up, slotted it through his legs, and a nice way to open up the scoreline, 1-0. And from there, we kind of did look very comfortable. Leicester, going into the second half, had a few chances. There was some set pieces, crosses were going in, headers were going in, and some long-range shots. I thought there was unlucky, but nothing really on target, nothing really concerning Man City, to a point that they brought on Gray, Vardy, and Mahrez, bringing on their main inputs. Main important players who can cause problems on the counter-attack with pace and with skill, and they did cause problems. From there, Leicester really grew into the game and they could get themselves back into the game. In response, Man City ended up putting on Ciao, I think that's how his name's pronounced, and Deli Bashiru. Brahim Diaz made his full debut, I think it was. We ended up playing Phil Foden, also playing Adara Bioyo. It was good to see some of the CFA lads getting a chance at Man City, and it proves to all the other lads down at the CFA that they can get into the Man City team, particularly in the cup games, and they can get given a chance, and it's nice for them to be hanging around with the first team players too, so fair credit to them. I think we had Duani on the bench too. Yeah, heading in the right direction rather than putting on the likes of Kevin De Bruyne, Sergio Aguero, put on the kids instead, and to be able to come out of it on top. Yeah, fantastic. Leicester, they went with Ben Hamer in net. They ended up Iheanacho playing as expected. They also had Amati, Dragovic, I think his name's pronounced. So there's mass changes from both sides. And because of it, the game wasn't like a classic. It wasn't free-flowing. It was like full of mistakes. Well, not full of mistakes, but they had some mistakes made. There was sloppy passing, sloppy in possession. Both sides of this. So it ended up playing into the hands of like a typical League Cup match, if you get where I'm coming from with that. Which naturally means that Man City do what Man City do, which from the 96th minute, penalties awarded to Leicester. This is very controversial, and there's going to be another video of me explaining all my views on the referee, which will probably turn into a rant, so please check that out, because that's going to be up to date along with this video, so don't forget to check that video out as well with my thoughts. But Gray goes down, penalties given, Vardy with a fantastic penalty. He was leading, he ended up losing his balance, but it was perfectly in the corner after Bravo going the right way, and then ended up equalising in the 97th minute. 8 minutes added on. I have no idea where the referee got to that, but there you go. That's for the next video if you want to check that out. Then we're heading into extra time. And Yaya Toure had a good free kick, which he saw saved. And then also, Yaya could have won it towards the end too with a shot, but ended up getting down well Hamer and making a good save. And then on to penalties it went. So with Christian Fuchs stepping up, and they had this new ABBA system, ABBA it's called, where Fuchs scores, then Gundogan scores, and Yaya Toure scores. Maguire scores for them, Ibora scores for them, so that's 3-2. Michea scores for Man City, Jesus scores for Man City, so it's 4-3, so Leicester need to score one of their remaining two to send it into Man City needing to score their last penalty, and if they miss both, Man City go for it, and if they score twice, then Man City have to score to stay in it. But Vardy and Mahrez are two senior players that have been put on. Miss, good save from Bravo for the Mahrez one to win it, and Vardy also hit the post. Man City went through, we looked quite comfortable on the penalties. It happened against Wolves where we looked comfortable, and we look comfortable today, so it's looking good if we go into a penalty shootout with this side. All in all, I thought there was too much diving in this match from both sides. I thought that Vardy went down too easy under the challenge of Danilo. I thought that Demarai Gray ended up going down far too easy and just chucked himself to the ground to win the penalty and fooling the ref. But the ref weren't having it from Kyle Walker, and in my opinion, that weren't a penalty either. He should have been booked and was booked, and Gundogan should have been booked and he was booked. And I'm disappointed that Gray wasn't booked for diving instead a penalty was given. Danilo ended up getting a yellow card for arguing. Which is disappointing. He seems to have it in for Kyle Walker, the referee, after sending him off against Everton too. Vardy should have been booked for making the most of the challenge from Danilo, which there wasn't even a challenge there. He just goes into him and flies himself to the ground trying to win a penalty. It's cheating. I'm going to get onto that with the next video, so please do check that out. Don't forget to slap a like on this video though. I thought Leicester, all in all, we're fine. They're going to do fine in the Premier League, continue playing like that. The second 11 looked okay. Man City's youngsters looked okay. We ended up winning the match. We're through. Fine with that. So please don't forget to slap a like on the video, subscribe if you haven't already, check out my next video, social media in the description below. Don't forget to check them out too if you wish, and I'll see you for the next video with a rant about the referee. So I'll see you then. So it's been JSGC. Hope you all have a wonderful rest of your day. Peace. Ciao for now.